Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, and more. As you get older, your love of toys just gets stronger. So protect those toys the best way possible by switching to Allstate. An Allstate agent can help do the switching, paperwork, bundle all your policies together, and even find you a bunch of discounts. So if you love your toys, make sure you protect your toys by making one call to an Allstate agent.
Protect all your toys with Allstate. Find an agent near you at allstate.com today. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and their affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Dollar for dollar, nobody protects you like Allstate.
It's The Loan Show on KSRO with George Adair. Call in with your questions now at 636-1350.
Okay, we're back. Hey, we've got a few callers. Oh, I have a sound effect.
Now you have harp sounds because we want to talk about harp, right?
That's awesome. We're going to talk about harp. Okay, for the musical enthusiasts, I don't know if that was really a harp or not, but let's just say it was. Hey, Nancy is on the line and Susan is. Susan, we're going to get your call next, but Nancy, you had a question about refinancing. What is that question?
Yeah, well, actually, I wrote down another one too, the same thing. I presently have a loan with a major bank in town, and they would like to refinance my house. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering, a very major bank in town.
Sure, I call them the big banks. Go ahead.
You're welcome. This very, very major bank would like to redo my financing, and I am wondering two things. Are they the best place for me to go to refinance my loan? And the other thing is, I don't have a bank account with this bank. I just have my mortgage with them. Would I get a better deal if I opened up a bank account with them? And would I get a better deal if I opened up a checking account and had them do automatic loan payment through that checking account?
Nancy, those are good questions. Let me jump real quick into this. The big banks want your business so that they can get your checking and savings account. Here's the dilemma. They do not offer you preferential treatment by opening a checking or savings account. So now there may be some specials out there, and I don't know exactly what bank you're referring to. But in general, what they offer you would be the same as what they offer an existing client that has checking and savings. Now, the root of your question is, should you go with a big bank? Here's my answer to that. I intentionally don't work for a big bank. I work for a mortgage banker because I think the big banks, they don't have as good a service, and I don't think their rates are as good. That's me being real candid, and I know that's what the listeners like about me. You sort of have this monopoly. B of A and Wells Fargo do 35% of all loans in this country. And that means they control rates and pricing. I think that you should get a quote from your bank and get a good faith estimate. That's very important. And then I think you should call another broker or banker like us at Bay Equity Home Loans and get a quote. And do it at the same day because rates are really volatile and they go up and down every day. And then you'll have an apples-to-apples comparison. But don't just look at rate. Look at how long it's going to take them to get your loan done, how much are they going to charge you for the appraisal, or if there's an application fee. These are all considerations that you want to have. So take down our number, 583-8100. That's 583-8100, and see if we can't help you get a competitive quote too, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for your call. Hey, Susan, you had a question about FHA Streamlines.
This is Rosa.
Oh.
Yeah, Susan dropped, but we've
Susan
got Rosa
dropped.
on.
Rosa, what's your question?
Okay, I just had a conversation with my mortgage company yesterday. We're trying to modify our mortgage with the rental.
Okay.
And because the payment is more than $2,800.
Mm-hmm.
And we're thinking, just forget about the house and. But the people that we have in renting it right now, they don't want to. They don't want to look for another place. They are comfortable right there.
Yeah. So if you could find a way to get your payment down, you'd want to stay there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's great. This is a very, very common question I field. First off, your bank probably will not modify your loan when they find out that you don't live in it. There are exceptions to that, but I can tell you that Very rare does a bank modify an investment property loan. Even if they said they will over the phone, the person that actually makes that decision is not going to be the same person you talk to on the phone, and they probably will not modify. So what I would do is get their modification paperwork from them and see if there's any language in there about it being an investment property. I would say it usually doesn't. Now, if in fact it is available to you as an investment property modification, give it a shot, but don't do it for more than 2 to 3 months, because after that, it's just the failure rate is so high, and you'll just spend a lot of time. Also, I never recommend going delinquent on your payment. You'll hear that as a trick to get a modification, show distress, go delinquent. Do not do that, because if you don't get the modification, your credit is irreparable, and that'll stay with you. Okay?
Well, yeah, I mean, we already lost one house. I mean, we did the short sale.
Okay. Now, you still may be eligible for the HARP program. Okay? And I was going to talk about this in the next segment, so I want you to stay tuned on that. But HARP is eligible for homeowners that, for loans on properties that the homeowner does not live in. So on an investment property, HARP is eligible, but there's some other provisions to make sure that you can get that loan. Okay?
Okay.
So if you have any other questions, give us a call at the office at 583-8100. There's a lot of particulars there, and we could probably give you some more detailed answers. And I appreciate your call.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Rosa. So, a couple really good questions. We did have a question that was on hold, and Susan, she probably gave up on us, and I apologize, Susan. You can always go to our Facebook page and pose your questions there. That's facebook.com/Bay Equity Loans. Now we're going to go to our second break here. And in the final segment, I am going to talk about the FHA Streamline, and I'm also going to talk about HARP in a little more detail. Can I get a HARP sound?
Yes, you can.
I'm so excited. I feel like a real legit DJ. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Bye.
To find out more about Bay Equity Home Loans, call George Adair at 707-583-8100. That's 707-583-8100.
Hey there, Sonoma County. If you're paying over 5% for your mortgage, or maybe you're underwater with your mortgage, you need to stop and listen to this message. I'm George Adair with Bay Equity Home Loans here in Santa Rosa. We're helping homeowners save hundreds every month and thousands every year. We're offering a 30-year fixed-rate loan at 4%, and best of all, it's at 0 points. You heard me right, 4% fixed rate at 0 points. Call Bay Equity today at 583-8100. Don't delay. Call us today at 583-8100. We can show you how refinancing into a low fixed rate can save you thousands on your mortgage. Please call 583-8100 and call and ask about the new refinance program for homes that are underwater. The time for a low fixed rate home loan is now. Bay Equity is your home for loans. Call us at 583-8100.
30-year fixed APR 4.12%. Licensed by the Department of Corporations number 6053919. NMLS number 238915. Equal housing lender. Rate subject to change. Before calling Ed.
Honey, have you paid the mortgage yet?
Yeah, right. With what, Monopoly money?
What are we going to do? Our credit cards are maxed out, preschool payment is due, and we still have a car payment.
It's time to call Ed DeShant. He's the attorney who helped Linda with her family's debt problem.
After calling Ed.
Wow, I slept great last night. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders.
I know. I can't believe we didn't call Ed sooner. We've got our lives back.
Hi, I'm Ed DeShant. I can show you how to lower your credit card interest rates to 0 and choose the monthly payments, or how to stop your mortgage holder from losing your paperwork. Call me for a no-charge confidential discussion of your finances at 525-8810. For decades, I've been helping hardworking people just like you get out of debt and get a good night's sleep. I can help with modifications, credit card workouts, financial advice, and filing bankruptcy as a debt relief agency. I'm in the business of saving one family at a time.
Call Ed at 525-8810.
Or go to eddeshant.com. It's The Loan Show on KSRO with George Adair. Call in with your questions now at 636-1350.
Okay, we are back. Third, final segment for this Wednesday afternoon. Hey, so we've talked a lot about indicators. You know, you're not necessarily, you don't have to follow the pattern of someone who's underwater on their house, at 125%. Or maybe, you're actually just someone who has an interest-only loan. Maybe you're somebody that isn't putting money away in the bank. So who do you turn to? Well, what you should do is call your bank, or preferably call us, Bay Equity Home Loans at 583-8100. See if we can pre-approve you for either the HARP. Cue music. Oh, I'm too late. Sorry. I thought we had this down.
Sorry. I'm not as good as Mike DeWald. Mike DeWald would be so on top of this.
All right, anyways, see if you're eligible for HARP, or see if you're eligible for FHA Streamline. A lot of people got FHA loans, and let me tell you, there's some major changes happening with FHA. So tune in right now. If you have an FHA loan, you need to pay attention. If you got your loan before June of 2009, in June of 2012, FHA is offering Streamlines where we reduce the mortgage insurance premium significantly by over 1%. And they reduce the MI, the monthly mortgage insurance, significantly. It's going down to 0.55. So if you got your FHA purchase loan, or you refinanced before June of 2009, you need to call us and we'll tell you if you're eligible for that program. It's not coming out until June of this year. Also, if you have an FHA loan right now and you got it after June 2009, you've been thinking about doing an FHA Streamline, you need to do it in the next 2 weeks, because mortgage insurance is going up for FHA Streamlines. The problem is, folks, that HUD, FHA is governed under HUD, does not have enough money in reserve to deal with defaults. So they have to jack the premiums up, and they pass that on to all the new refinances that are done. So if you've been thinking about an FHA Streamline, as long as you get it started before April 1st, then you'll be locked in at the current FHA MI rate. It's going to go up significantly, and especially over the long run. You want to take a look. Don't be an aggressive rate shopper right now. Because having a lower MI is definitely worth it in the long run. We are, excuse me, I'm really struggling here with the cracking voice.
Puberty is tough.
Puberty is tough, folks. I've been going through it for about 40 years. The FHA Streamline is a loan that Bay Equity offers, so I want you to give us a call on that one. HARP is also making some dramatic yes. Awesome. No, we don't apologize. I'll give you a bonus.
Yay!
Hey, HARP is also making some really dramatic changes on the 19th. Finally. I know a lot of my customers are out there and you're listening. You've been waiting for me to tell you this. On March 19th, Fannie Mae is offering and issuing the enhanced guidelines to HARP 2.0. And what that means is if you are underwater on your mortgage more than 125%. So if you owe $400,000 and your house is worth $200,000, that means you're underwater by you're at a 200% loan to value ratio. You're 100% underwater. Fannie Mae has now lifted that cap. You can now qualify. Of course, there's other provisions, but you may now be eligible for HARP enhanced guidelines, HARP 2.0, effective March 19th. Let me tell you what's going to happen. There's going to be a huge bottleneck. You want to get your loan applications in sooner than later. Wherever you decide to do that loan, get your application in soon. There's only a handful of lenders. Bay Equity Home Loans is one of them in Sonoma County that will be offering the enhanced guidelines. Once it's on and once it's live, everybody's going to be competing with each other to get those loans done. So, hey, want to remind you to text the word HARP to 41411. We're going to send you a link on the 6 critical steps, qualifiers to getting access to the HARP guidelines. Thanks for joining us every Wednesday here at 12:30. The Loan Show, KSRO 1350. Have a great week.